Great Eats and Healthy Living. It is today your HealthFUL tip live around 9:45. How about that? Just a couple of technical difficulties, but nothing to keep me from you guys and delivering the healthy tip. So today's healthy tip, I'm talking about the processed, not the process, but the processed. So there are foods out here for those that want to give up animal protein, and it's an abundance now, way more than there have been in, the past years. So that's great. Time is, evolving different types of foods, plant-based foods and everything, which is great. However, you have to be very, very mindful that it's still processed. Okay. So they are a great, bridge between going cold turkey. Some people don't want to go cold turkey. They want to gradually get themselves into a more animal-free diet, okay? So you have your processed foods. You have like your Morningstar. You have your Boca burgers. They were, really, really hot back in the day. Then you have your Beyond Meat, which is just really taking the world by storm. And I even think that there's another brand, Incognito, that there's a brand similar to that that's come out that's plant-based. And while all of that is great and is, giving you still somewhat of the feel of actual animal protein, be mindful that it is absolutely positively still processed. So when you want to transition and how can I do that without the process? Think about sturdier types of vegetables that you can use to sub a lot of those things. So a lot of people, want like a burger, right? And you just have to put in your mind, if a real burger is just going to be a real burger. There are things that are going to be close to it that are plant-based, but the closer it is to that taste, 9 times out of 10, the more processed it is. And so that's just that's just the deal breaker with that, with some people. However, if you have an eggplant you can, easily sear on both sides. It has great texture, not that of an actual animal protein, but it is sturdy and it gives you a whole new flavor. You have things, the portobello mushroom. I always use that as a substitute because those things are also very, very rich in nutrients and vitamins. So you want to definitely take advantage of those things. But even you can make your own plant-based crumbles or plant-based a burger patty. A lot of things that you can use to fill that. Oats you can use rolled oats to do that. I don't particularly care for steel cut oats as say like an oatmeal per se. However, because the texture is so thick and the texture is so complex that I think putting it with maybe a rice and some beets, just to crumble it up into your food processor. That is also another great way to get a meat-like substance, but you got to play around with it. You absolutely have to play around with it. But to make your own is probably going to be your best route. Making your own is always your best route. But even nowadays, I just saw where the hubby saw an article where there's somebody suing Subway now because their tuna is not really tuna. So there's a lawsuit out against Subway right now. No, I haven't read in depth about it, but there were claims against Subway on that. So whether it's right or whether it's, fake news or what have you, it's just the fact that it has the potential to be that. So why not try to do it on your own? Make the things that you're craving. Play around in the kitchen. Some people don't want to do that. I get that. As I come up with different recipes and things, and you can do your own research and seek that stuff out. Try to find things on that. But it's the processed part of it that is bad for you. It's great to get alternatives for plant-based. However, the downside of that is the ones that you have to go out and purchase or what have you are going to be high in sodium, high in sugar, high in processed, and high in artificial things that, kind of counter your whole purpose of trying to go plant-based in the first place. Plant-based in the first place. Say that fast 3 times. Okay, so hopefully this tip was helpful as I stumble across my words. It's Friday. It's okay though. But here's to great eats and healthy living. You guys, drop in the comments if you have some plant-based staples that you love, or some vegan, non-meat alternatives that you love. I'd love to hear about them, and share them, because there are other people that, maybe kind of clueless about that. So that's what we're going to try to do. Culinary click and share. We're going to culinary share the health and leads to wealth. How about that? Okay, so thank you guys for joining me for this HealthFUL tip live around 9:45, and I look forward to seeing you, and probably it'll be a little bit longer tomorrow, because Saturday I have a little bit more time for discussion, because I'm usually at the grocery store or in the parking lot of Aldi for my live at 9:45. Okay, take care. Great eats and healthy living. It's AC with AC Art of Food, and this has been your HealthFUL tip live around 9:45. Take care.